God bless you. God bless USA and Canada, the 51st state. Folks, I started purging the lunatics from my friends list, purging them out, letting the new people in, and it's really a beautiful thing we're seeing here with the Iran case. And my favorite topic of all, the thing that I'm actually educated in, I love more than anything, is financial, economics, all of it. I want to get into all of it. Operation Warp Speed. I want to get into oil. I want to get into financial, banking, and stock market. And what people think and they believe, and they grab to as fast as humanly possible. Look what's happened in the last 2 hours. Oh, oil's at $80 a barrel. Oh my God, Trump's a liar. Look, he did Operation Warp Speed. Oh, look at the financial system. The stock market went down. Dow Jones dropped 800 points. The sky's falling. And Trump's evil, I tell you. None of it's remotely close to accurate, truthful, any kind of realm of reality at hand. This is the short-term pain for ending absolutely the world's largest source of terrorism. And it's over an incredible speed. We're at day 4, folks. Iran has lost 65% of their Navy, their Air Force, and you know what else? Their missile attack and defense system. Gone. And it's going to be down. It's not just that. I shouldn't even just say that. It's their ability to build and maintain that. It's their ability to operate as the regime, all down by 65% day 4. Not going to rebuild this year or in 10 years, folks. That's only 4 days. Can you imagine in 4 weeks' time, there'll be nothing left of the regime or any offensive, any at all. Every time they launch a missile, USA destroys that system's launching capability in that area, and every communication that went through from wherever to that location, destroyed. Breakneck speeds. Awesome speeds. I have Americans showing me videos of Iranians in Iran doing shots, laughing, watching out their windows as all of these target areas get hit. And every time there's a strike, they take a shot. And they're all, yay! They know what's going on. The people are going to take over. For people blaming Donald J. Trump for the Canadian reality of forced and mandated vaccination, that was not the reality for Americans. You're crazy crybaby. Donald J. Trump Warp Speed. Your Canadian regime governments, all of them mandated those things. The provinces were the worst. Newsflash, deadbeat, socialist and fascist, institutionalized piece of shits. And I'm happy to purge you. I love it when you people out yourselves. I work for a living. Hard, knuckle to the bone, wherever that takes me in Canada, that's what I do. And it dawns on me, none of you people work or had a reality of working in COVID-19, or you would have known this reality for us, the working class. You participate or you did not work. For a vast majority of us. Oh yeah. And I saw the evil across this country because I had to cross it for work. I saw the evil of this country. That wasn't Donald J. Trump. It wasn't Joe Biden. It wasn't anyone American. It was my Canadian government. And absolutely, I saw every province as they were. You can't stay in this hotel. You can't go to this place. You can't use this service. Get out. That wasn't Donald J. Trump. That wasn't Joe Biden. That was my Canadian government. And absolutely every provincial regime under it in our shitty federalism, if you want to call it that. If you're a dipshit, dumb, no good Canadian who still hasn't figured this out, and you're talking like this after now 4 years' time solid, almost 5 years' time, this summer, actually, you know what, this April, it will be absolutely 5 years' time. If you're still talking like this, that it's everybody else, not your fucking government, you're far gone from me, and I don't want you as a friend on my friend list. I don't even want you as a follower, because you're no good for nothing. You're anti-reality. You're mentally ill, if you haven't figured that out. USA didn't do any of these things done in Canada to the American people. Sorry, that was your lunatic, fascist, socialist regime federal government with all opposition fully embraced. All of them. I don't know how you don't remember the masks and each provincial regime government, conservative predominantly, NDP, liberal, wear your mask, this is our cabinet, we all stand and we do 3 meters apart. Meanwhile, they're all partying, getting rich, stinkily, filthy rich, laughing at all of you Canadian losers. How you don't remember that, how that doesn't dawn on you, and people talking from anti-vax as though they know or they had to live it or go to work and go through that. We all who work did. I remember shoving shit up my nose every day before work and getting up at 5 a.m. to drive an hour and a half to work, where I had to work 10 and a half hours and then drive that hour and a half back. And every morning getting up extra early on my own time, on my own dime, to swab my nose, put it in a machine, send it off, a machine I had to pay for from the filthy provincial regime government who got stinkily rich. Even the union head of one particular union unifor who took a briefcase full of money got caught, a fraudster who fucked me in my own life and tried to have me destroyed. And yet he was the fraudster, right? He was the fraudster. And then yet I'm banned from all kinds of sites off these fraudsters, right? Can't work because you're a filthy third-class subject. Like I don't know. It's fun purging you losers from my Facebook. I love that you out yourselves. When you talk about Donald J. Trump just wants all the oil in the world. Venezuela's actually selling their oil now. Cuba plays its card right. They might get into that and even offshore down the road. He's fixing terrible, evil regime governments. I'm sorry none of you know any Cubans. I do. I know people who escaped. I personally know them. They're trying to get their families out still, some of them been successful. I know one fellow in particular finally got his parents to wear United States of America. His sister's there. This has been decades in the work. You talk to a guy like that and go, fuck you. You don't know what pain is. You think socialism's good? You think communism's good? These people will tell you you're a fucking lunatic. You know nothing. Your life wasn't like that. All former Soviets will tell you that. Yet here we are, China good, USA bad. Oh, poor Iran. Oh. 87 million people in Iran. Tehran, former Persian Empire, and same lunatics going off. And then they're trying to, Babylon's the United States. No, I know it's going to destroy. It's dead. It's finished. America's not finished. Stupid. Institutionalized assholes. Let's start in economics. America doesn't run on natural resources. Socialist and fascist losers. They don't. They're a $30 trillion economy. Haven't been in natural resources in any major predominant way for many, many, many generations. Decades and decades and decades, in fact. USA moved on from that in the what? The 30s. You know, the dirty 30s? Their equality of the person. Their whole financial system, which I love. Economics. This is a great video for dipshit, dumb fuck Canadians and low-life friends and followers. If you're friending me because you think you're going to get me into your system of belief, you're out to lunch. Maxime Bernier is no one that I would ever follow. I'm done with that guy a very long time ago. Talks a good game, but when you study it over and over, he proved to me he's nothing but a socialist and fascist fraud. All history puts him right there with Stephen Harper, Justin Trudeau, Mark Carney. Great friends, people. You're a lunatic. You're on the wrong side of this. America's financial system. People say, oh, it's the Jews. The Jews are responsible for everything. It couldn't possibly be my Canadian government. Israel is broken. There's no doubt. It needs a ton of work. It's fucked. I'm the first to say that. But who is more fucked than Israel? What system was used to create Israel? Well, it's you fucking dumb ass Canadians. Your Canada One model was used to make Israel and many other dirtbags, or former dirtbags, who got fixed. They got fixed by the United Nations Security Council. You'll find always when USA comes up with their approach to getting it done, it gets done. South Africa, that was all built off of Canada. Canada first. You're the worst. You're the first. You made the Israel. This idea that the Jews control the financial system. No. Your socialist and fascist do globally. That does, yes, include Israel as one of those creations. Not the first. But Israel, they created interest in banking, sure. How does America do interest in banking, folks? Oh, yeah. Inflation follows the lender, not the borrower. How does it work in all other socialist and fascist systems? You know, especially the kingdom world. You know, UK, all the European Union countries, Middle East. How does those work? Oh, yeah. Inflation follows the borrower, not the lender. When you can't look yourself in the mirror and say, my government has done this to me, I have nobody else to blame because I participate in the elections. These are my highest laws. This is my Constitution. What does it say? Oh, it says I am shit and they are master. They can do no wrong. I am wrong. I exist for their righteousness, for their wealth accumulation. I am property. I am slave. I am Canadian. That's what your Constitution says. No, you don't have sovereignty. No province has sovereignty. No, there's no independence program currently publicly made available in Canada to deliver that to you. Nope. There's no constitutional laws associated with any of that or in the Canadian model system to lead you to that. Everyone who tells you that is a bold-faced liar. You're being manipulated. And as a critical thinking adult, not a mentality of a slave child, broken and beaten. If you can't see that, if you can't look in the mirror and take all these topics, why is the world like this? Why is my life like this? Who did this to me? And you have a boogeyman everywhere else in the world, except right in front of you, your local, provincial, and federal governments, for all of your financial problems, your issues, your problems in law, in health, in financial, and all of it. If you can't look in the mirror and go, I participated, I elected this person, they didn't do any of these things they said they would do. Instead, they ushered in all these other things that hurt me. If you can't look in the mirror as a functioning adult and take that realization and say, yeah, my government in this level, and this level have all participated and done this to me. If you have to go around the world and pick your boogeymen and women because somebody told you to, but never ever focus on your own government that runs and legislates, executes, and adjudicates your lives, there's something very wrong with you. This is deep-seated institutionalization. You are the problem. Oil, WTI, West Texas Intermediate, shot up 79, almost $80 a barrel because a tanker got shot at from Iran. And Iran's shooting all the oil countries. Yes, travel out's very hard. Not impossible for Americans. Certain areas, you gotta dig in. I don't know why you'd be going to Israel during the Gaza conflict, West Bank, all of what you witnessed there, all the Middle East uncertainty. I don't know why you'd be traveling there. I don't know why you're traveling to Iran and all these other countries. The only thing I can think of is you're part of that shit. And Canadians to support that, I'm sorry. I've never had a dream to go to Israel. I'm being honest here. I've never had a dream to go to the Asian world, China. That's never crossed my brain. I can't wait to travel to China, even with the new passport restrictions removed. It still doesn't dawn on me. Can't wait to plan a trip to China. Or I can't wait to plan a trip to Iran. Can't wait to go to Israel. I want to see the bombs fly. If that's you, it's probably because you're in that shit. Refugee, mass immigrant, part and parcel. Hell, my tax dollars are probably paying for it. It's like, go save all those people. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the American government? Why are they taking out the regime? It's not like it's been problematic for the last 1,000 years. I want to wear a hijab. I want to walk in the streets. I've got friends who do oil. Worked in America, even worked for Kuwait. Worked all over. I got a beautiful childhood friend. Best friends forever. Longest running friendship in my life. And you know what? He's worked in every continent, for every kind of country, been through all of it. I know a lot of people. He's had to escape that in his life. He had to, about 15 years ago, going through those countries to get out. Like Americans and Canadians are finding out. That was the dice you rolled. People who make their living know that reality. It's always been that reality. On a moment's notice. It's not USA's fault Iran decides to shoot all of its Arab partners. It's not their fault. Oil going up, folks, is quickly going to come down. This is at maximum 4 to 5 weeks, as Donald J. Trump said. And it's probably going to be way earlier than that. He says 4 to 5 weeks. I know UNSC presidency. I know it's 4 weeks. He told you all today, do you think I like this? I built the stock market up. I did all this. He hates high oil prices. He hates it. He comes from a world of developers. He hates high energy prices because it increases the costs of everything associated. He hates it. His project bids go way up. That's what Donald J. Trump knows. He hates high oil prices, high energy prices completely. When we're talking about indexes of 30,000 or 50,000, and people are going, 800 points, you're not even at a percentile of that. You realize that. Move the zero, folks. You're at like 0.8%. Move the fucking zeros. I can't do math. I can't do math. Whoopee-doo. I promise you, it's going to be less than 4 weeks. I know this. It's less than the UNSC presidency. It has to be. But USA knows that. They tell you 4 to 5 weeks, so when they ramp it up in 10 to 12 days or 2 weeks, everyone goes, wow, what a success story. And then everyone watches oil go down before the midterms, watch the stock market go back up. And right now, lunatics are all, Trump's trying to steal the oil. It doesn't matter Democrat or Republican. Nobody's trying to steal the oil. They never have. It's about stabilizing the markets and lowering the cost of energy. That's what Americans go for. And they use the human resource like nobody else in the world to achieve those aims. The human resource. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, if you haven't bothered to look at economics, USA doesn't run on natural resources. 1.5% of their economy. You, a Canadian, yeah. Resources, I don't have to work. I get to be a sit on my ass. I get to sit on the high tax system while the government sends me money every month. Hell, I can come to Canada as an immigrant. Just got to be a permanent resident 10 years. And I get the same CPP as someone who worked 42 fucking years of their life, knuckle to the bone. Loser! Yeah. And this is the Canada you're proud of. And you wonder why you have mass immigration, vote buying, voucher ballots. You wonder why you have a rigged system. Your system's been rigged all along. Always has been, always will be. These little things, and it amazes me, people. We're watching the end of the worst terrorist regime in the history of any of us alive today. By far. They're going down. They're going down like never ever seen before. I don't see China and Russia coming to their defense, and I already know why that is. They voted against them every single time. Russia don't need Iran's oil. Russia's got tons of oil, tons of gas. Again, if you missed it today, Russia's been banging on USA's door. USA's go, no, we got the 50-50 with Ukraine. I mean, maybe later, but you're going to have to end this conflict. We don't want the insecurity. We like low energy prices. We like a system where the people can function, where inflation is nearly nil. That's the system we want. That's America first, folks. That's the American people. And to whatever means to end to get there. And after this, I promise you in Iran, and the stability comes back. And just so you all know, those OPEC nations, that Hormuz Canal that Iran's trying to target very weakly, but everyone uses an excuse to jack up the price. Oh, they just love it. And I can tell you in Canada, they're going, no, our resource prices, war, 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 war. But that's not America. That doesn't work for America. Doesn't work for them. Not this government. They hate it. It's making Donald J. Trump go like this, especially his stock market. But he knows, as the whole administration knows, it's going to be much less than the 4 to 5 weeks. It can't be 5 weeks. I already know this. Folks, I already know what Donald J. Trump's doing without Congress, House, and Senate. He knows without them, he only has this month in presidency under UNSC to achieve his objectives. And he's saying 4 to 5 weeks because he's going to get it done in half that time. We're already seeing it 4 days out. 65% wiped out. And Iran's going, oh shit, right? Whatever we do, we just get boom, 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 boom. It's all targeted. There ain't no tens of thousands of Iranians dead. Sure, other countries around them got hit by Iran. Not USA, not Israel. Israel isn't doing to Gaza. They have what they have to answer for Gaza. Make no mistake, that's not what this is. They're doing what USA tells them to do. Because Benjamin Netanyahu has to. He has no other friends. He has to obey the United States. Donald J. Trump's got him like this. You've heard it right out of his mouth. Without running them down. He doesn't mention Bibi. He says Israel, as they all do. Sure, they support Israel. But they're not mentioning that person's name. Or the British Empire elite system, folks. Not mentioning them. In fact, running them down. It's up to people to do their own research. I had people going to me, why didn't you post the video from the UNSC? I already told you the name of it. UNSC is public worldwide. It's against the law for any government in any country to restrict UNSC Council resolutions of the Security Council televised. Did you know that? I'm sorry nobody pays attention to these details. I've taught this a very, very long time ago for people new to me, okay? But people who've been around a long time. The promise of never again, the promise of education on international law. There's a reason why Canada must allow all this. You can share it on your news feeds and it doesn't get red flagged. It's not news, it's international law, and Canada has a responsibility under the UN Charter to share all of it entirely, all the time, to you, the Canadian people, you, the Canadian First People. This is the same for all 193 nations. Nobody can restrict that. What does that tell you? Geez, that means they've got the same kind of authority as your own government. Yeah, your government only exists if they say it does. If your government breaches too many international rights and international legal obligations, they're no longer a government. They're no longer a recognized state of the UN. They become a UN resolution too, eventually. That's how it works, and it's always worked since 1945. So I hope people understand that. I hope people grow up quite a bit and start, when I say things and I give you titles and I tell you UNSC, just go look it up for yourself. Google allows you, well, what videos? Click, oh, UN Web TV. Oh, geez, that was the live video today. Oh, wow, I can share it on all social media in Canada. Scratch, scratch. But that's UN News. Yeah, because it can't be banned in any country, let alone yours. Facebook can't restrict that. That's a UN Charter promised truth since 1945. And no regime in any country that's one of the 193 is allowed to restrict you, the people, from it. Whether your government views you as people or not, no matter what your government does to you, they still have to allow you access to that. Unrestricted. And if they did, I would screenshot that and then I would file again. Like all the things I file with the UNSC on Canada. All the time. And I'm proud to say, for whatever little degree of success I've had, it's certainly showing. It's been showing since I started this study, this path, this monumental work, even in Alberta independence, all the way to now, Canada, the 51st state. My movement now is epic, and the things I'm watching in the world are playing out just awesomely, at least for me. For those who go crazy and are running USA down, or trying to use biblical crap, trying to be professional socialists and fascists, can't blame their own government, have to blame the USA for all the problems at home here, and they can't bring themselves to blame their local government, their provincial government, their federal government, and they still have boogeymans from all over the world, but mostly blaming the USA, TDS or Joe Biden syndrome, or all these things USA did to you. Touch me on the doll where they did this to you, but that's not even true. You're playing with a doll. The real guy's name's Mark Carney. Before him was Justin Trudeau. Before him was Stephen Harper. And we can keep going on and on and on, all the way through to the start of Canada. And then province by province, we can grab each premier and we can go through all the evil things they did. How many times they sold you out. All of these pieces of shit. And a lot of times when you take it serious, you find the premiers did more damage to all of you than the federal government did. Restricted you the most. Took away the most from you. But yeah, no, it's not true. That would mean I'd have to admit that I voted for that and I allow it to continue. That I'm hurting my children and my grandchildren. No, I'll never admit that. No, it's somebody else. It just has to be. It can't be my beautiful government that I voted for in their corrupt system. It couldn't be. Donald Trump did it. Joe Biden did it. Everybody else did it. It's not my government. Oh, look, all these bad people all over the world, they did everything. It's nothing to do with my country, my poor victim crown government. They're a victim. Oh, geez, I don't even look at where they're vested. Wow, all of them are in the United States. All of them have properties there. All of them have a life raft out of this shithole. No, I won't believe it, even though it's totally true. Jesus tells us. They got reports they told us. I don't want to listen. The police are lying, but they're telling the truth here. It's pathetic, folks. These are adult, mentally institutionalized Canadians and First Peoples who will not accept reality, can't, because it's looking in the mirror and saying, oh my God, how could I have allowed this to happen? I have to act. No, I can't. I'm a coward. I can't. No, I'm going to live in fantasy. Tell me what I want to hear, government. Tell me what I hear. Take more, destroy my life. Lie to me. Tell me a night story. While you sexually abuse me. That's really what it is. It's a pedo. And you're letting them be that victimizer. It's sad. I can't have room for anyone who's been with me for a while now. When I say that, years or even in the last year, I gotta cut you loose now. The comments made on people, I cut a number of people loose, and what was really funny, I cut about 20 people today. About 5 of them have been friends, not in real life, but friends, post on feeds and ideas, and I always had kind of weird ideas, but I've let it go, right? You're following your friend, okay? You say you're all these things, but now today I know they're none of those things. And it really shows a lot of them that you don't really work. It's either drugs or you're one of those, oh, I'm handicapped, I got a bad back, I can't work. And you got a reason why you're on the system. And then you're going to exploit the working class, and you love the Crown's gimmies and goodies, right? Give me my piece of everybody else's hard work. I want the socialism, the privileges of the Crown. I'll vote for you. They say they're with you, but they're not really with you. And it shows in these comments. So I killed off 5 people who've been with me a number of years. Just had my load limit on the way they're commenting and dragging down my feeds. And I'm sitting there, I have a 5,000 friend maximum. Why the fuck are you a friend with me? Punt, punt, punt. And I'm going to do that because people drag you down. And it's like you don't want it. If you're this dumb after following me for how many years and you're still not getting it, go back to where hence you came from. Don't follow me. Go follow your Crown you love so much. That's the loser, Maxime Bernier. Go for it. If it's Captain Carnage, go for it. If it's Pepe Le Pew, Pierre Poilievre, go for it. I don't give a fuck. Go. I don't want you people here. I don't. You're no good for fuck all to me. You're nothing. I don't want you. You're part of that noise. We're trying to grow something here. Fuck off. Or I'll get rid of you, and I have been getting rid of them. Got rid of 20, and you know what? By the time I did all that, and I kind of look at my feeds, 48 new followers. Boom, boom, boom. 778 onward to 17,000. And you know what? I'm like, so I lost 20, and I went through some time on that, wasting my time today, but I gained 48. Looks like it's working, and I got to get rid of that noise. Like I said, I didn't ban these people, like block them, but I just defriended them so that way those spots are open to people who friend requested me. I get up to a point where it'll get up to 2,200 friend requests, and then Facebook wipes them out after 30 days, start again. So I'm sitting at 800, but I get it up quite often when I get a good run. It'll go up to like 2,000 when I hit a viral post or a semi-viral. And it's very sad that those people, like-minded, aren't getting the same quality education that these drag you down losers are getting and not able to comprehend or process, or just don't really want to and are only there for their own means to an end. I really love what Donald J. Trump's done this month, because it's woken me up to the problems I have even on my own friend list. And it was fun to wipe those people out. It really was. 'Cause it's like, what the fuck kind of garbage are you now? This is beyond insane. It's mental illness now. And I don't want you. You're plugging up my feeds. You're sucking up space from sponge-like minds who want to be educated. People who want to know the truth. Why are you plugging up space? Beat it. And that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to watch comments. It's like, listen, if you're somebody who's been following me a long time, and you're like, no, die, Trump. Iran awesome. Die, Israel. And you can't face your own government, and it's everybody else's boogeyman fault but your own government, I'll be going like this. Flick. You're out of here, boner. Loser. Get lost. Don't need you. Don't want you. Folks, that's my video. I hope a lot of people got a lot out of that, because it's all epically true. In Canada, you get constant mortgage renewals. You negotiate a mortgage initially. This is the best way to explain it. You buy a home in Canada, an overinflated house, beyond anything you'll ever find in the United States. A way shittier climate, way more isolated, makes no sense at all. Only makes sense when you realize the limits of private property and how dense you really are. But you go to buy a house, you find a lender, they negotiate a 20-year, 25-year, 30-year mortgage. They give you a, here it is, but yeah, it's a whole life mortgage of a loan, but you're going to have to renegotiate that after a year or 3 years or 5 years. subject to us changing the interest rate, which means today, even though you negotiate this over 20, 25, 30 years, the interest rates are too high. Uh-oh, asshole. That's ours again. You lose the house. Get out of here, loser. In Canada, your crown and your entire financial system is basically ran that way for all of Canada's inception. It's an old crown colonial system where the rich get rich and the poor don't score. Now, USA, they go to a financial lender, and it don't matter what happens with central rates and the economy, the lender eats the negotiated interest rate, not the borrower. You get your mortgage, you have your 20, 25, 30-year term, this is your interest rate, this is your monthly payment, that's for that entire mortgage. Unless you decide to renegotiate it with a new lender. Lender eats the inflation, not the borrower. In Canada, the borrower eats the inflation, not the lender. Do you get it now? You can look at savings, you can look at government, RSPs, ESPs, you can go look at the equivalent in the United States, and this really jumps out at your face. For the benefit of the saver, not the institution who is holding your money. They go tits up, they fall to inflation, somebody else comes in and buys it up. You, the borrower, you, the saver, you don't lose. In Canada, taxpayers always lose. The lenders never do. The institutions never do. That's why they're called chartered dum-dums. Just because we're like, oh, but the credit union or this, it's all crown, folks. You've been cuckolded. You've been screwed since the day you were born. People who talk about Mythos Canada, Canada the illusion. This idea Canada is a corporation in a corporate structure. Mark Carney, he's really running it like a corporation. No, they're running it like the crown. Corporations have assets. Human beings can't be assets. Hello? Wake up. If you're thinking that Canada's a corporation, all these corporate idiots, that means you're property, asshole. You're a human being. If you need to call the crown a corporation and call you the subject, an asset of the corporation, that means you're human fucking property of a slave owner. Stupid. That is the greatest and biggest economic, financial, and legal difference between the United States of America and American citizens versus you, the dumb fuck subject in a constitutional monarchy where you have a master and you're the fucking slave, the property. Property gets inflated or deflated, not human beings, at least not in America. But if you're a human being and you're the subject of inflation, that means you're fucking property. Human property of a master. That master is your crown by your highest laws of the land. That's what you are. You're not in a corporation. You're in a constitutional monarchy. Do you get it? Do you get it as critical thinking adults? That all these little sidetracks are just more rabbit holes for you to fall into? So I accept the fact that I'm a human being that's a corporate piece of property. Human beings can't be property unless you're a fucking slave, and that's what you are. I've said it many different ways. People, get the video out there. It's critical. It's important. Wake as many up as you can. And I will continue purging. Because those who've been with me a while now, people who claim to be my friends or my friends list, what good are you to me now? You're garbage. You're part of the fucking problem. If you haven't gone through your Constitution still after years, and you've decided not to read the Constitutional Acts of Canada entirely, but yet you know everything about the USA, and they're bastards, but you can't even read your own Constitution. You can't even read your Provincial Executive Powers Act. You know, each and every amendment into Canada, or at least the Executive Powers Act bestowed on the first 4 provinces, if you can't even bother with that at the federal and provincial level after following me and being on my friends list for years, it's time for you to go. Make way for someone useful, idiot. Because if I don't know you in real life and we're not real life friends, why are you on my friends list if you still haven't done any of those things after years already? TikTok, I'm going to be wiping people out. God bless everybody. That's my video. Save as many as you can. Educate as many of you as you can. And I will do this. I go up, I go down. But I got to tell you, lately it's steadily up. Little speed bumps down. Kind of like Donald J. Trump. And people don't see that yet. But you will by midterms. Everything he's done, he's been planning out. Very brilliant strategist. And this Iran is just going to be a little bump in the road. Oil prices, all that, and things people are clinging to. Look, the stock market fell 0.8% over the last 4 days. The whole sky's falling. America's going to die. Holy fuck, dramatic weirdo. Dramatic weirdo. Nowhere near what COVID was. Have you guys forgot $100, $110 a barrel oil? Are you insane? You gotta be. You gotta be a lunatic. But lunatics love these little carrot sticks, these little milking socialist fascists. Rabbit holes, anything other than the truth. It's been a day, the sky's fallen. I read it in the Bible. Doesn't say anything like that. Hello, fuckhead. Tehran, Iran, Persia. Iraq is Babylon. Hello! Wake up. Where have you been? Can you not read? No! Somebody told me. Another crown socialist and fascist told you this. Yeah! Oh. That's good. Get lost now. Love you all. Take care. That's my video. Get it out there. Love you all. Bye now. God bless.